My best buddy and I, we've been roommates for the last 2 years. Terry and I went to the same college. We got our first real job in the same city. We've basically been inseparable ever since we met on campus in our freshman year. Having said that, Terry's the first one to arrive home 90% of the times. My drive to work is about 2 hours round trip, and Terry's office is located less than 10 blocks away from our place. I freaking envy his morning schedule. So about 3 days ago, I arrived home at around 6:30 p.m. Terry was home already, as per usual, and this seemed excited more so than usual. I asked him, "Why so happy, dummy?" And Terry goes, "I'm happy for you, moron." So I hit back, "Oh, you're finally moving out." Then Terry went, "I might have to, seeing as how Amber thinks the world of you. I don't know what you did to change your mind like that, but dude, she essentially told me she wants to marry you." Okay, let me hit the pause button and explain to you why that is crazy. A few months back, I was set up on a date by a close friend of mine. Amber was the date, and our first meetup didn't exactly go well. Honestly, it went terribly. At the end of the night, I didn't even bother asking for her number, and thus that was the last time we had any kind of contact with each other. Suffice it to say, it didn't make any sense that Terry would tell me that Amber wants to marry me. I hardly even know her. With that explained, let's jump back to the conversation I had with Terry. I asked him, "Amber? Where's this coming from? Dude, you know exactly what happened on our first date. Why would you even bring her up?" Terry looked puzzled as he said, Could it be because she was here just now and she left this box? I swear to God, she left a box for you right there. Where the hell did it go? Yo, Steve, I'm not kidding. She was here. Okay, so Terry's a goofball like 90% of the times. But I know when he's serious, he wasn't kidding when he said she had been to our apartment and that she had left some kind of a box. Thus, I said to him, "Dude, I'm not sure why she came here and what the box is all about, but I don't think it matters much. Maybe she took it when she left and you didn't see it. I don't know. Personally, if she really did come here..." "She did," Terry interjected. Okay, chill, bro. I tried to calm the waters. I continued. "Alright, she came here. There's no reason for her to be here. Nothing has changed since our first dinner, which was our last. So really, dude, I don't know why she came, but I believe you." "Yo, Steve, come here," Terry responded as he sat in front of his laptop. He then began searching for the security camera footage on the cloud. A bit of explanation. We had a break-in a few months back and we installed a camera in the living room and in the kitchen. Hence the reason why Terry was searching for footage of Amber. But here's the interesting part of the whole happening. Terry played a file that contains the timeline where Amber supposedly dropped by. The thing is, before he went to the door, meaning right before Amber rang the doorbell, the video became all static. There was nothing recorded for the duration of 4 minutes and 32 seconds. We even called the security company helpline and they told us that the backup files also showed the same thing. Something had interfered with the camera's normal operation. But that's not all. We checked the kitchen footage and scrubbed through the same timeline. The same thing had happened to the camera in the kitchen. The video was all static. So that's 2 cameras in 2 different locations malfunctioning at the same time, then regaining their functionality at the same time again, exactly after 4 minutes and 32 seconds of the initial malfunction. In the end, I had only one thing left to do. I called a friend who had set me up with Amber and I got the number for her. I called Amber and after saying hi, I asked her, "So this is going to sound a little weird, but I gotta ask, did you by any chance stop by my place earlier today?" She cracked up a little then answered, "Steve, I would think there are better ways to ask me out." And then she laughed really loud, enough to make me feel like an idiot. So I just told her, "Sorry, why would you come here after that dinner? I'm sorry to be a bother, but I just had to ask." I was about to hang up, but then Amber shouted, Wait. Were you legit asking me if I went to your place?" I answered, "Yeah, I actually was." I explained to her why I had called her, and I repeated to her several times that I knew how it all sounded, but that I wasn't crazy. After hearing what I had to say to her, Amber asked me to send her the video file in question. I did and waited on the line while she checked the footage. She came back on the line after a few minutes had passed and said, "Oh my god, this is so cool. Steve, I gotta tell you something. It's about the box you had mentioned." She continued, "Here's the deal. I had 2 boyfriends in all of my life. Both of those boyfriends had received care packages from me after our relationship had become official per se. I've used white boxes on both occasions, and although the contents weren't all same, I did include pumpkin patch candles on both of those boxes." Now think about it. According to Terry, the box that the other me had left was white. Also, he saw an orange colored candle in the box, and as well as a Game Boy Advance SP. I sent those candles for me, my favorite candle, and my all-time favorite handheld gaming console. I sent them so I could use them when I'm at my boyfriend's. You get it? I don't know your friend Terry, so Terry knows nothing about me. It's too much of a coincidence for Terry to say that I had dropped off a care package at your place, and some of the contents just happens to be what I always put in the care packages for my boyfriends. Don't you get it? This is so cool. This is glitch in the Matrix in real life. I didn't know what to say to her at first, but after thinking about it a little, what she said kind of made sense. I mean, what else could explain what had happened on that day? Either Terry crossed over to another reality for that brief period of time, or it must have been another Amber who came and went. Not that you'd be interested, but Amber and I are a thing now. I had no idea she was such a dork, and I had completely fallen head over heels for her. In a way, the other Amber ended up becoming sort of a bridge that connected me and my Amber. So yeah, that happened. Amber comes over to our place all the time now, and I see Terry looking at her all weirdly from time to time. He says he still can't get over the whole thing. I'm guessing it's different for him since he's the one who experienced the crazy event firsthand. If you think about it, Amber and I were merely bystanders. That's not to say that me and Amber just forgot about the whole thing. We saw the videos and we both know what happened. It's just that good things came of it, and we are both sort of happy about it. I'll tell you one thing, me and Amber will have a crazy story to tell our children if we ever end up getting married one day. FYI, this is a short story and this is something that happened to me only a couple of months ago. So one day, about 2 months back, I arrived at my apartment building at around 6:20 p.m. It was after work and I was kinda tired from lack of sleep. Anyway, I took the elevator and got off on the 5th floor. I then walked to my unit, unlocked the door, got inside, closed the door, then something dawned on me. It was too quiet inside. I literally couldn't hear any noises coming from the outside. So, what I did was to turn around and open the door again, but I still couldn't hear anything. That can't be right. My apartment's located in downtown Manhattan. It's an old building and we have cars driving outside at all hours of day and night. Because the building is so old and crappy, we can hear every little thing going on outside. It's noisy as fudge. So for one, it is physically impossible for my apartment to be so soundproof that standing inside felt like I was in an isolation chamber. And two, if number one were true, I should have heard something with the door open, but I didn't. Hence, I did the next logical thing and took one step outside. All of a sudden, the sounds came back. And it was really freaky because it was as though there was an invisible barrier between the apartment and the outside hallway. So imagine this. I would take a step backwards inside, my ears would be behind the door line, and I wouldn't hear anything. But then I take a step forward with my ears now outside of the door line, and the sounds would come back. After trying that a few times, I just freaked out. I literally jumped out of the apartment, then slammed the door behind me. I stood outside for a couple of minutes, not knowing just what the hell I had experienced. I honestly don't remember the last time I was that scared. Anywho, the 2 minutes of wait was enough time for me to muster up enough courage to open the door again. So I did, then waited another minute to rally myself to take the step forward. I did, and all was normal inside. It made zero sense. I told my buddy about the happening, and he told me that it sounded like a glitch in the Matrix event. I remember saying to him, What? Glitch of what? Up until that day, I had no idea what the hell a glitch in the Matrix even was. Naturally, I began to read stories about it, which eventually led me to YouTube videos and then to your channel. Having read and watched dozens of stories on the subject, it makes me wonder if I had been in a reality where sounds don't work the same way as they do in our world. Or perhaps being in a world where I don't belong could have caused the sounds to not exist in that instance. I'm just throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks. I genuinely have no clue what might have caused the strange phenomena. Anyway, there you have it. To you, just another glitch story, but to me, the craziest thing that has ever happened to me. The other day, I wake up at 7 in the morning to get ready for work. My boyfriend, same as usual, is already up and getting ready. I walk out of the bedroom, then head toward the bathroom. We all gotta do the deed in the morning. I'm like 3 yards away from the bathroom when Greg, my boyfriend, walks out of the bathroom and he says, "Good morning." I say good morning as well, walk past him, he slaps my butt, and I say, "Ow." Then when I'm right in front of the bathroom, Greg steps out again, and I scream like I had just seen a ghost. Greg had come out of the bathroom not 10 seconds ago, and there he was again. How is that even remotely possible? Greg walks towards me with a concerned look on his face. I back away with a creeped out look, to which he asks, "Babe, you okay?" It takes me a second to gather my thoughts, but then I answer, "You just came out of the bathroom." "Yeah, obviously. You just saw me come out of the shitters." Greg responds sarcastically. So then I shout back, "No, I'm saying I saw you come out of the bathroom seconds ago and now you're here again." Before Greg could say anything back, I turn around and walk toward the bedroom. Well, there is no Greg. You know, the other Greg. I then go to the kitchen and the same deal. The living room and the guest bedroom, they're all empty. I go back to Greg and explain to him the whole deal. This time, of course, a bit more thoroughly and in a much more calm manner. After I tell him everything, I'm expecting for him to freak out, but it is the complete opposite. Greg actually laughs his ass off and tells me that I need to stop sleeping with the tablet on, that I need more sleep. Here's the deal though. I saw what I saw, and it wasn't lack of sleep that made me see two Gregs come out of the bathroom in a span of 10 seconds or less. Nobody just sees things. I mean, they say people do, but they're normally shadows or strange lights, which in most cases can be explained by science. Here, in my case, we're talking about a person. I saw Greg, my boyfriend, in his full shape, crystal clear, and they even said good morning to me. You tell me, but I don't think people can just imagine seeing a person because they're tired. Not unless you're going insane, and I am not insane. Did I see another Greg that morning? Like, say, a Greg from another world? What are some other explanations? Could time have looped in that instance for whatever reason? Because I'm telling you, I saw two Gregs come out of the bathroom. Oh my lord, this is driving me crazy. I'm gonna wrap this up before my head explodes. Hey guys, Dennis here. So I said I was going to upload on the 22nd, which was last Sunday, but I didn't. I apologize for that. My trip to LA kinda happened last minute. If you don't know, I've got a job offer from a marketing firm, and the owner/CEO of the company was actually going to fly me out on Wednesday, which was yesterday. However, I actually got a call from the CEO just before I was going to snooze on last Saturday, and he told me that he hoped I could attend the party he was hosting for his business partners, which was on Sunday. So I said yes and flew out to LA last Sunday. Anyway, I checked out the company, spoke in detail about the contract, and I just gotta make up my mind in the next couple of weeks. Also, yeah, I'm back home, obviously since I'm uploading again. Anywho, just so you know, I'll still be uploading on a regular basis even if I decide to take the job. I still got a lot to figure out with the business venture idea I'm currently pondering. It is unlikely that I'll take the job, but I mean, who knows? From childhood, my life has taken me to various countries around the world. I enjoy trying different things a little too much to think that I'll stay in New Jersey forever, so we'll see. Before I go, I'm gonna ask you guys to leave a comment on this video and as well as on future videos. I know many of you do already, thank you for that. But I guess I'm, in general, speaking to those who do enjoy my contents but don't normally comment on them. I ask this favor because this channel needs a little kickstart. If I'm going to continue posting, then the channel has to generate a decent amount of views. And trust me, it's not for the money. Scary story channels get bottom of the barrel ads and we make tiny amount of money on advertisements. Look at it this way, even if I average 10,000 views per video, it will still net me less than the minimum wage for the hours I put on my content. And thus, I will say this to you. If I'm making content spending tens of hours of my own time with basically no monetary compensation, then that should make it obvious to you that my sole motivation for making content isn't entertaining as many people as possible. That's my payout. And unfortunately, the way that YouTube works today is that more than 50% of the views are generated by recommendations and not the subscription box. In fact, many of the channels get most of their views from recommendations. So clearly, winning on YouTube with subscriber number is an old game. I need for YouTube to recommend my channel more than they do now. And for that to happen, my videos need more engagement. It's one of the factors YouTube weighs in their algorithm. Those are likes, comments, and sharing the video. I won't ask you for likes if you don't like a particular video, but commenting on what you didn't like about it, or how I could improve, it could kill two birds with one stone. That's improving the way I make videos and at the same time giving the channel a little boost. The bottom line is, and by the way, this is not a threat, but only reality. If you want me to continue posting, then I need you to support me with some comments. After that, if you want to do some more, you can like the video and share them. It doesn't matter that you've got only 1 follower or 10. It makes a difference on how YouTube perceives my content. Is it worthy of promoting or not? If my viewers think so, so much so that they will share it, then the algorithm puts that into consideration. You guys all know that the mainstream media are getting propped up here and small creators are no longer considered to be important. It's only gonna get worse, so it's not just my channel. If there are channels that you enjoy and want to support, I'll do the same thing for them. Otherwise, this place will be filled with videos from CBS, NBCs, and ABCs of the world in a few years of time. Not that it isn't already. Alright, I've rambled on for long enough. Thank you for listening. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now. Bye.